What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Tom1 here, and today we're back again with another Transformer figure review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Crossover 35th Anniversary Back to the Future Transformers Crossover Deluxe Class Gigawatt or Gigawatt. I don't remember which. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's Gigawatt or Gigawatt, whichever one it is. But anywho, this Back to the Future crossover is really cool. I was really excited when they announced that they were going to be doing Back to the Future with Transformers. I was so excited when I heard, this was probably going to be the only vehicle from Back to the Future that we're going to ever see. But I have to say one thing off before I start this video. Number one, I did not pay full price for this. As retail, this goes for somewhere around like $45-50 if you can manage to find one. I did not pay that. Let's just say I paid less than the price of an average deluxe. We'll just put it that way. So, anywho, with this figure, it does come with a couple accessories. The first one being, you get the pole that it attaches to in Back to the Future 1 in 1955. This piece here connected to the wires that would transfer the lightning's energy into the DeLorean, thus sending it back forward in time. This is actually one thing I will say is a little bit of a problem with the figure, is that this, out of the box, it comes bent really bad. There are many ways to fix it. Like, you can take a hair dryer to it. You can do anything with it pretty much to straighten it. Just don't destroy it. But and it does peg into the car. There's this little port right there that this angled piece here at the bottom is going to go into. So you just push it in like that, and there you have the DeLorean with the lightning rod attachment piece. So it comes with that. Also comes with Mr. Fusion. Yeah, you can see the details on that. It's just amazing. Like, I gotta say, Hasbro and Takara really have outdone themselves this time with these crossover figures, because this is just insane. And this pegs onto the car as well. There's a little port here on the back as well that you just take it and you plug it in. So there's that. And final piece is he comes with a gun. It looks a lot like Prime's gun, but I don't really care. That doesn't bother me. Now with this gun, there's one thing you can do with it. You can take Mr. Fusion, and you can either attach it to the back of this, like so. You can do that, or you can take it and you can plug it up top as well, like that, but I will never use it like that ever, so just know that. And all of this stuff does store in vehicle mode. With Mr. Fusion and the lightning pole, it's the same thing, but the gun does store in vehicle mode, and there's a port right there. There's a post for the handle, and it's just going to slide right in there. And then we can come back to Mr. Fusion and the lightning pole. I know this wouldn't be the most impromptu Back to the Future looking car with Mr. Fusion and the lightning pole, but I have to say, I think they did an amazing job with this, all things considered. And the back is so detailed. Like, I just gotta say, like, they nailed the back of this figure. Like, they just nailed everything about it. Like, you've got the thrusters coming out here, you've got the back of the DeLorean. They even put the license plate on there. They put the correct license plate on there. That's impressively cool. That's not something that you see on a figure every day. There is only one thing about this figure that I will say, there's only one thing that I really need to complain about, and truthfully, and that is when you open the doors to the DeLorean, in DeLorean mode, if you just push it down, this piece right here is prone to paint chipping. I'm already chipped it a few times, but it's not the biggest issue, but it's just something to be aware of. So, and when you go back into car mode, you have to kind of like twist these a little bit to make sure this can sit flush with it, and you don't have to worry about that paint chipping. But like I said, the door's open as well, and the only thing missing also is the DMC DeLorean logo that would be right there, and I think that's pretty much it about that. So we're gonna remove the accessories real quick, and just to get a size of scale, here he is with the last Studio Series Deluxe class that I purchased, which was Studio Series Deluxe class Dino. Just so you can get a sense. He is deluxe sized, but he is very, very, very entertaining, unlike a Michael Bay figure. I'm just kidding. But anywho, so without further ado, let's get to transformation. Now, the first thing you're kind of gonna want to do is you're gonna want to lift up the DeLorean wings like this. Just open it up, and then take this panel here, this piece that will just clip in right there. Just take that and swing it back till you hear it kind of thoop or click into place. Do the same thing on the other side. Take that, shift it up till you hear it click into place. All right. Oh, and one more thing before we continue. This is a heavy remold of Siege Sideswipe, and maybe slight retool as well. But yeah, this is the Siege Sideswipe mold. But anywho, let's work on the legs. Let's split them down the middle like so, and flip it around, and open up these pieces here. Open those up, and you can just flip that down. Do the same thing on the other side. Let's just flip that down, rotate at the waist, and then what you're going to want to do is you're going to kind of come back here, and you're going to push the thruster in, which will then push down his foot. Close that up, and there's the leg all done. Rotate, push down, flip out, panel closing, like that, and there you have the legs all done. With this piece, you're going to want to take the wheels. Oh, and you can fold these in for the flying car mode. I just don't feel like showing it, but you take these, you flip those inward, like so, and then we're going to take the arms, and we're going to bring them out like this. Take them, and flip out the hands. And then we're going to kind of bring this down, and when you bring it down, you're going to push this back and then kind of just flip it around till it flips out and it reveals the flux capacitor and the dates. But we're not done with that yet. Then we're going to push the shoulder pieces in, straighten everything out enough. And there you have Gigawat in his robot mode. And I have to say, it's a decent looking figure. I mean, it's like a cross between the G1, like between G1 and Back to the Future, which is what I really think they were going for. And speaking of G1, there's the box. The box looks pretty close to a G1 Transformer. And I will show something cool about the box in a little bit. But enough about the box. So, once again, let's bring in our scale comparison here. Dino. And as you can see, head-wise, he's taller than Dino, but, you know, in all actuality, Dino's a little more complicated than him. But, yeah, so this is Gigawatt, obviously in his robot mode. And I must say, I really think it was nice that they paid attention to detail when it came to... Ooh, sorry, studio lights falling. Sorry. Sorry, had to unswivel my chair a little bit there. But, yeah, so let's bring him in so we can look more at the details a bit here. So, obviously, you got the flux capacitor on his chest. You got the dates there for October 26th, 1985, October 21st, 2015, 7:28 p.m. I was there. And this last one, it's a little difficult to read because of the color they chose for it, but it says November 12th, 1955 at 6:38 p.m. So, but yeah, those are all of the destinations aside from the 1885 one, because we haven't gotten one of those yet, but I have a feeling some third-party company will do something about that. But yeah, this is just impressive that they got all of this detail on his chest. One thing I will say that is a little weird is his head, which I do have to say they did a really good job with his head. I mean, all things considered, the tasks they had at hand were just not easy to do. And the fact that we got this out of it, just astonishes me. Like, this whole thing is just really, really impressive. And, it goes to show how well some remolding can be. And all of this stuff does store, all of his accessories do store in robot mode as well. So before we do anything else, we're going to armor him up a little bit here. I personally like to take the gun and I like to clip Mr. Fusion to the back. Have him holding his gun like that. And this post here is going to go, this bigger post here on the pole is going to go to either his arm or his back. And the doors on the back, let me lift up the arm here. Doors on the back, you can actually see that there is a port there, and they are on both sides of the DeLorean and the car. So I like to take it and push it back into the door, if I can get it to push in. This thing is made of rubber, so it might, bend and do weird stuff on you, but that's the way I like to have it. At least I do so. Anywho. So, now that we've looked at the figure, we're going to set him off to the side for just a moment here, and we're going to take a look at the box. The box I thought was really neat, and they did include a bunch of stuff in homage to the G1 boxes. Like, first of all, they used the vintage Hasbro logo, which I thought was really nice. Gigawatt with the classic pose from that movie. And you've got that going on there. And then at the top here, you've got the whole "it changes in 4 steps" thing. I thought that was really funny, but it's nice that people pay attention to detail. And you can't really see it at the top, but at the top it says, well, let's push it back just a hair. The back shows it's Transformers More Than Meets the Eye with Back to the Future 35th anniversary. So now with the other side of the box here, if you open them this way like I did, you can open that, and on one of the flaps inside it says 1.21 gigawatts, right? So you take that and you close it. But when you come over to the other side of the box, you get this side, which is the back of Doc's truck, which it looks like, and the box opens this way. So it looks as if the DeLorean's coming out, so you gotta open the door and do all that stuff. I thought it was neat that they paid attention to that. Just those little details there. And in the back, of course, you got Back to the Future, you've got the flux capacitor in there, you've got the schematics for all of Doc's inventions. There's even another sign piece here. So, and then we are going to take a look at the back. So one thing I will say about the back is that the back looks very close to G1, but it also has a bunch of Back to the Future stuff on it too. So we'll kind of go through it a little bit, but I really don't think it needs to happen. And also, this is apparently not meant for children under the age of 3. And I think that's just really funny as well. But, you got the box and all that stuff. So, anywho, to wrap this review up, I personally give this figure a 10 out of 10. Not just because, actually, I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I give it a 9 out of 10 because, number one, this is something that I have personally been wanting for a long time, which was a Transformer that was the DeLorean from Back to the Future, which is something that I'm very, very fond of. And another thing that I liked about this figure, and the other reason why I got 9 out of 10 is that the attention to detail on the figure is just impressive. Just like, I really wish they would release more mainline figures that had this much paint and detail and molding and sculpting on it. I really wish they would do that, because then it would just make a lot of us purchase more Transformers and make them happy. The one thing that he does fail in this category is that he is a slight remold. It's a slight remold and slight retool, and that's the only reason why he gets a 9 out of 10, not a 10 out of 10. But I have to say, all things considered, he did, Hasbro, bravo, honestly, you guys gave us, just literally, I clap my hands to you, Hasbro, because this is impressive. Very, very impressive. This is the stuff that you hear about, or it looks like it's going to be on the computer, this looks like the computer model. It looks like the CG rendering models. So, anywho, this is Thomas Fan 1 saying, don't forget to subscribe for more content. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok at the same username, and don't forget to follow me on, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at the same username as well. And I'll leave a link in the description to Big Bad Toy Store where you can purchase this. Well, I don't know if you can purchase it. I don't know if it is, but who knows? We'll find out. But anywho, this is Thomas One saying, don't forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.